Spurgeon here with RevZilla, and today we're going to take a look at the Saint Model One Unbreakable jeans available at RevZilla.com. So today what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the Model One Unbreakables. This is a new offering from Saint that's going to give you a CE rated jean, and really with the difference here that we're seeing from the regular Unbreakables is going to be a difference in material, a difference in cut, and then we're also adding armor to this. So you're going to have CE rated armor in the knees as well as the hips. So whenever you're choosing riding jeans, we've seen a boom of riding jeans over the past 2-3 years. It's really selecting two different things. One is obviously the style. You want a style that matches your fashion sense. And two, you want to make sure that the material that you're choosing for your particular jeans are going to match your riding style and the motorcycle that you're on. So what we're going to do today in this video is we're going to break down exactly what you can expect from the Model 1s, starting with size. So Alex on the left-hand side stands at 5'11". He weighs in at 165 pounds, and he typically wears his jeans in a size 32. We put him in a 32, and that's the size that he's wearing right now in the Unbreakable Model 1s. But let's take a moment and break down the size chart. So, according to Saint's size chart, you should actually lay the jeans, your favorite pair of jeans in your closet, get them, lay them out, and measure from one end to the other across the waist. We did that with Alex's jeans, and we got a 16.5-inch measurement. Now, according to Saint's size chart, the 32s measure at 16.9 inches, and that's the size that we put Alex in, because if we were to try to size down to the 30s measure at 15.9 inches across, and they're too small. So really the moral to this story is if you're using Saint's size chart, you should come out with a pair of jeans that is going to fit you spot on. And really what we've learned with Alex is as long as he went with the size jeans that he normally wears, they fit him well as well. Now we also talked about the fitment as being one of that key factors in how you wear your jeans, and it's not just so much how those jeans fit you around the waist, but how they fit you all the way down your legs. So there's two different versions of the Model 1 Unbreakables. On my left-hand side, Alex is going to be wearing the straight leg version. And these are going to be designed for a very skinny individual, very slim legs all the way through, regardless of the size you choose. Now the other option for you is you can take a look at the boot version. Now the boot version of the Model 1s isn't a traditional Western boot cut. It's not that it continues that slim taper all the way down and then flares out at the bottom. Rather, with the boot version, you get a little bit more room all the way down the leg, moving into the bottom of the pants. So just keep in mind when you're looking at the Model 1s, you have the straights as well as the boots. Sizes for both will range from a 28 to a 42, and the only color available is going to be the black. Now when we talk about color, quick note up front, one of the things that's really unique about this is that they're using a reactive dye. They're not using a traditional indigo dye, so you're not going to have to worry about these pants fading in color over time, and they're not going to stretch the way traditional denim would. Because of the unique materials being used, this is going to be an ultra-high molecular weight polyethylene, and that's where your protective comes in. But one of the things with that, it doesn't stretch, so you want to make sure these jeans fit you right out of the box. So Saint as a brand, this is a brand that we've seen come over from Australia over the past year and a half. They've really just kind of blown up with their Unbreakable jeans. But keep in mind, when we're talking about the materials being used here, the Model 1 Unbreakables is going to use that polyethylene. We talked about it as an ultra-high molecular weight polyethylene. For the abbreviated version for the rest of this video, we're just going to refer to it as polyethylene. One of the key factors with that is it doesn't have a super high melting point. Melting point is right around 230 degrees. So if you are riding a Harley or a motorcycle with exposed exhaust pipes, chances are that is going to melt for you. What you want to look for in that case would be something with a Kevlar protective lining or an Aramid protective. And in that case, in Saint's lineup, you would want to take a look at the drill pants. So really it's going to be fine-tuning exactly how these pants work for you, as well as the motorcycle you're riding. Now the Model 1 Unbreakables come in around the $350 price point, and really what's setting these apart compared to the regular Unbreakables is the fact that we are also adding now armor protection, or impact protection rather, with armor at the hips as well as the knees, and we're changing, that Dyneema, which was your polyethylene used in the Unbreakables, which went throughout the entire body. Now we're using a different style polyethylene, and it's going to be localized in just your knee and your seat, your traditional impact zones. So let's work through that right now. So we've talked a lot about materials. So ultra high molecular weight polyethylene, or polyethylene as we call it, is going to have a few different key feature sets from some of the other materials we're seeing being used in riding jeans, mainly Kevlar. People hear Kevlar and they think, that's the way to go. Well, Kevlar does have a very high melting point, around 850 degrees. So if you are laying that against an exhaust, you get a little bit more leeway before those jeans start to melt. The problem with Kevlar is it wears out after fatiguing. So if you're riding and you're bending your knees and you're working around, Kevlar is susceptible to wear. And you're also looking at it's very reactive to chemicals. So if you wash it, if you sweat in it, Kevlar or aramids have a tendency to break down. The other thing is they don't have a very high abrasion resistant rate compared to something like polyethylene. So when we're looking at these particular jeans, you're looking at a 6-second abrasion resistance in your impact zones, in your seat, in your knee, and this is going to be rated as a true CE pant. So it's really fine-tuning what materials are right for you and your style of riding when you're considering those jeans. Now, the biggest difference that we're seeing between the polyethylene used in the Model 1s as well as the Unbreakables is the Unbreakables are using Dyneema. Dyneema is simply a name brand, but it's how they're using that material throughout. So with the Model 1s, as we look from the waist down, what you're getting is a traditional 5-pocket design. You're going to have the belt loop. You do have the Saint button at the top with the little Saint logo. Zip fly to this one. It's not the button fly. You do have a coin pocket. And then from the waist down to about the top of the knee, this is going to be 12% polyethylene. And this is going to be less abrasive resistant, but it's going to be more flexible. And you're getting basically that comfort area where you don't have to worry about this as a traditional impact zone. Now when we get to the knee, when they're constructing the actual material itself, they do 3 different layers together to give you one solid layer of material. That material is a composite of 3 different materials, which gives you a just load of impact protection at your knees. That's what you need to know. Also, in addition to the actual abrasion resistance, you are getting CE rated armor in the knees. You're also getting accordion stretch on the side of the knees around the back to add for comfort and flex. So where the regular Unbreakables are just giving you that abrasion resistance, you now get impact protection, you get abrasion resistance where you need it, and you get the comfort of the accordion stretch working around the back of the knees and the side of the knees. And if you take one sweeping look all the way down, they are a very slim cut pant on Alex. Alex, do me a favor right now and just face sideways for me. And I do want to just kind of feature the fact that there is going to be CE rated armor in the hips as well. This is going to be a CE rated 2 armor. And you're going to notice that accordion stretch will work throughout the back of the pants, around the back of the knees to give you that comfort that we were mentioning earlier. Alex, you can go ahead and face backwards for me. So starting at the top, one of the things that they did that I really liked is they have 3 belt loops that are actually closely stitched together. And one of the problems that I have with some existing riding jeans that I'm wearing, I'm not going to mention any names, they only have that one belt loop in the middle, so if you are more of a full tuck, it puts a lot of strain on your belt. So actually, while this is very simple, what this does, it helps to distribute the weight of where the jeans are pulling on your belt. As we work our way down into the seat, the logo is going to be done asymmetrical. You do have it on the right side of the pocket, not on the left side, and the construction of the seat is going to be exactly the same as what we were talking about with the knee. So keep in mind, that's that 66% polyethylene construction when we're looking at your impact zones. Now the rest of the body as we work our way down will be at 12% polyethylene. So really the takeaway for the Model 1 Unbreakables is you're getting that abrasion resistance where you need it. You need it in the seat and you need it in the knees, but yet the whole thing is done in one unified piece of material. You won't even notice it when you put these on. And that's really what's key as a takeaway here for the Model 1 Unbreakables. Alex, do me a favor. I'm going to have you go ahead and face forward for me. So for those of you out there that are, have been looking at Saint jeans in the past, maybe you weren't keen on the idea that the Unbreakables didn't have impact armor. Well, now there's going to be an option for you with the Model 1s. Now, if you want to hear more about what other riders are saying about the Saint jeans they're rocking on their rides, click the info button on your desktop or mobile device to read other rider reviews from folks that are putting Saint jeans through their paces. If you have more questions for one of our gear geeks as to, which jeans are right for you or which materials are right for your style of riding, give them a shout at 877-792-9455 or simply shoot them an email, cs@RevZilla.com. Thank you for joining us for this look at the Saint Model 1 Unbreakables. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.